Family, welcome back. It is Faith Over Fear, where we choose belief over doubt, purpose over pressure. Today's conversation is one that I am really, really excited about. It's been a long time in the making, so I'm really excited that my girl here was able to stop by because she is in her journey of becoming, not rushing, not forcing, but faithfully becoming. And so today,
Yes,
Nikita,
you
I
do.
call you Nikki.
Yes,
Nikita. So
yes.
today, Nikita, I call you Nikki. So
That's right.
please forgive me. Today, I want to give you your flowers, right? Because they are long overdue for the woman that you are, the vision that you have, the intention, and how you move. Nikki is a realtor with Civil Choice Realty LLC, a certified home stager and designer, an independent travel agent with, say this with me, Anycations Travel.
Indication, yes.
Anycations Travel. It's a staycation, vacation,
Whatever
vacation.
cation,
She got all the
yes.
cations. She's based in Huntsville, Alabama, and her work beautifully weaves together properties, passports, and perfect spaces. She's rooted in Proverbs 8:35. Nikki helps people make intentional moves, not just in real estate or travel, but in life. Everything she does is about helping others align and where they're going. Not just where they are, but actually where they're going. So,
Yes.
Nikki, I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me for the conversation. I am Shae. This is Faith Over Fear Conversations with Shae. And so I just want to kick this off and ask you, how are you doing today?
Well, first off, it's so good to be here. I'm really, really happy to be here. Like this is definitely a long time coming. But I'm doing awesome. I will say that, it's been crazy, when you come across things as far as just everything that I've come into, as far as just being a realtor and wearing the many hats that I am wearing. Um, so it's like I'm all gas, no brakes right now, but it's a good thing. So I'm loving it right now. So
I love that. And I have a couple questions for you as we begin this conversation journey, right? We're talking about your beginning journey, right? Your
Mhm.
becoming journey. And
Yes.
so you said it yourself, like Nikki, you wear many, many hats, right? Realtor,
Mhm.
designer, travel agent. But underneath all of that is purpose. Can you
Yes.
share with us who you've been becoming through this season, not just what you've been doing, but who are you becoming? Like, how do you feel that you're evolving? How do you feel that you're changing or that you're choosing yourself to be the next version of you? Wearing so many hats. I want to kind of talk about underneath all of that, like, who
Mhm.
are you becoming in this season?
So that's a key thing when you say like choosing self. So that's what I've been learning to do. Really more so in the season, just learning to choose myself so I can be good for everybody else.
Hmm.
And to elaborate on that is just more so just balancing things that I have to do, being aware of that I'm only one person,
Right.
being aware that I have to stop and my cup has to be filled in order for me to be able to fill someone else's cup.
Right.
Just really uh just just noticing things that I need to do for self,
Right.
not in a selfish way, just really just focusing on things that would help me to become a better person, for my surroundings to be better as well.
Yeah, I
uh,
love that.
yeah, so that's really where I am in this season for me. Even though, yeah, it comes with the many hats and things like that, but just those that deep layer, in order for me to wear those hats, in order for me to be a wife, in order for me to be a mother, in order for me to be a coworker, a sister, all of those things, I have to focus on the core, which is self.
That's right.
So that's what I've been really doing, just trying to just really stay in touch with self, just not go
Hmm.
so much to where I forget self.
Right.
Um and so and I know that looks different for a lot of people, but just for me to have to stop, even if it's just hey, just stop in the middle of the floor while I'm walking. Like,
Right. Right.
okay, self,
That's right.
let's bring it together.
That's right.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I love that. Like when you talk about like stopping in that moment, just
Hmm.
stopping in that moment and realizing like, I can't be everything for everybody until I'm everything for me. Then that way I can be more for you, right?
That's
And
right.
even in the word talks about like my cup runneth over. And
Right.
so my daughter in love, right? She has this kind of way she looks at it, like I can't give you from my cup. My cup is overflowing. Like my gift and my dreams and my vision is that when my
Mhm.
cup overflows, that it overflows. It takes me to a space where I can be
Mhm.
financially free. I can be time free. I can have all the
Mhm.
things and be who I see in my vision at the end of
Right.
the day for my future self.
Mhm.
But she always says, like, I can't give you from my cup flowing over, but I have to give you from that saucer,
That saucer,
the
that's right.
saucer that
That's
catches the overflow. Let me
mhm.
give to you from there, because from this space I have to give to me so that I'm okay, that my
That's
health
right.
is okay, that my
Yes.
mindset is good, that my mental health is straight, that my self-care part of life
Mhm.
is really something that makes me thrive. And so
Mhm.
that's really good. And that you recognize your space where you are right now, to know that you sometimes have to say, I can stop in my steps, stop in my
Mhm.
steps and kind of like rethink things. There's often a gap between the vision that God gives us and the reality where we're standing in today. How
Mhm.
have you learned to choose faith over fear when things don't seem all the way clear sometimes?
And that's a really good question because we all find ourselves doing that where we have that moment. We have that moment of fear and
Hmm.
or we have that moment of impatience and we know the vision that he gave us. We know, and if we're trusting
Right,
and we should be trusting, so it's like, okay, Lord, I know what you gave me,
right.
but I'm just so impatient. So a lot of times I just find myself just really having to go back to just remembering that he is so good and that he's never failed me. And at the end, when they say, that saying of he's never failed me yet, I don't like
Oh,
to say yet
that's right.
because it's never a yet. It's never a yet. It never will be a yet. So I just always say like he's never failed me, especially from past things that have transpired in my life.
Right.
So it's just more so of I know what he's going to do. It's just me being little impatient little Nikki,
That's right. That's
so
right.
I have to just really reel it back because it's that child, like me being his child
Right.
and going to my children, like I know that they are impatient. They
Right.
know I haven't failed them.
That's
So it's
right.
more so like I know this is what I'm going to do. So I have to just really kind of reel myself back in. So that's really how I kind of just get myself back on the ground.
Right. Right.
um it's just really just knowing, just I know that he's gonna do it. It's just me being impatient.
Right. Right.
So it's just I have to get that in my head. I have to just be get out that head space for a second, like, okay, girl, let's get it together, like for real. Okay,
That's right.
this what you gotta do. And then a lot of times what I'll do is even if I am feeling like a certain type of way, I'll go to my journals
Hmm.
and I'll write out everything that I'm feeling.
Right.
And I'll tell God in there, I'm not liking this.
Right. Right.
I'm not liking this right now. Like this, I'm not feeling this little weight that you got me on, but I know it's perfect timing because
That's
your
right.
timing is always,
Always.
always on time.
Hmm.
So, it's like, okay, let me put this in here. As soon as I put it in there, it's like, okay, now I'm feeling a little bit better.
Right. Right.
Let me go ahead and just wait. Let me just do that because he's gonna make sure that everything is gonna fall in place.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, doubts create fear, right? And we're always in this
Yes.
self-doubt, like it's not going to work out. I remember like the worst thing that could happen to me, like the worst thing. Like, this is the
Yes.
worst thing. Like I got laid off from work, whatever it is. Like this is the worst thing. It's always the worst
Right.
thing. And then it's not when you figure it out and you
It'll
see
be the
that
worst.
you're like, I was tripping. Like that's what had me
Right.
tripping. Like I know I'm lying. I know you wasn't losing
Right.
sleep and thinking that this whole thing wasn't going to work out. But those doubts create fear, and like you go to your internal self to do a journal, um, for healing or for
Mhm.
direction or guidance. That's very important. And so to somebody out there that's listening, to
Mhm.
understand how important that is. Going back to the word too, says write it down and make it
Right.
plain. And though it may tarry, though I may have to
That's
wait
right.
in a season, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be right on time. It's going to
All the
come right
time.
when it needs to come. And a lot of times too, when we feel like we're waiting,
Mhm.
um, it's the weight is kind of like that, a weight that weighs, because it's just like, can I
Yes.
handle what you're about to give me?
That's
Am I
right.
going to be able to handle? Because if I can't manage $100, am I going to be able to manage these $1 million bank accounts?
So then that's
My
when you gotta
bills are,
pray.
if
Yeah.
I'm not paying all the bills and I'm making arrangements to make the next bill pay, am I really going to
Hmm.
be able to really flow in this situation that I'm praying to be in?
That's right.
Am I ready yet? Am I
Right.
ready yet? Because the word also says, um, you just said this, and I love this, like, he hasn't failed me yet. No, 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 yet,
No,
because he's never
ain't no
failed me.
yet. That's right.
Because guess what?
Ain't no yet.
He'll never leave nor forsake. He'll never
Never.
leave nor forsake. But he'll
Never.
leave us in a space where we think that we're in control.
Hmm.
And we think that, by our way of figuring something out, we figured it out. No, no, sis. No, little Shae. You got to sit
That's
your
right.
butt down, wait,
That's right.
be patient, be quiet, be humble. Right?
Hmm.
I'm in a situation
Hmm.
right now where creating business with a co-creator, Awake to Wealth. And it's just like we both were gun ho, like, oh, this is what we're doing. Like, we're not
Hmm.
going back to work for anyone ever, ever, ever. Like, this is it. This business is
Right.
going to take us into a space where we can have the time freedom and financial freedom to be
Right.
able to do charity work, to help other people, to do all the things. But that wasn't the season. And so that season led me back into having to go to back outside for a full-time income. And it's like, uh, uh, first of all, I've been
Yeah.
inside for 5 years working from home,
Right.
right? So now I'm outside. That's already a bit much.
Yeah.
Then I'm also in a position where I'm not a manager, I'm not a supervisor. Sit your butt down and get to
And
work.
yeah.
So that was it. So last couple of weeks, my inner self was saying, like, my spirit mind was like,
Hmm.
be humble in this season. And I was like, hold
Yeah. Right.
like, hold, no, I'm even talking back to that. Like, I'm even making
Hmm.
excuses and finding a way to say, no, 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 I'm being humble. No, so
Right.
then I'm having a conversation that was really spirit led. The person didn't even know that they were speaking to my spirit, was just like,
Mm.
oh, I had to be humble in a job where I wasn't a manager and I wasn't a leader, and I had to
Mhm.
come in and do the work, and I had to be humble. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is my
Mhm.
be humble season. Then it was
Mhm.
like the next couple of days, it was be quiet. And I was like,
Mhm.
quiet, because now I'm being boisterous. I know y'all ain't telling me I know, hold on, what we not going to do, what we not. And it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, now be quiet. And then right away I thought, yeah, because I was being a little boisterous. I
Yeah.
was in my feelings. I was starting to jabber them lips, like,
Mhm.
be quiet. No, then the Holy Spirit also showed me, be quiet, because now we start speaking things in our life. Oh, this is my 10-year plan. Oh, this is what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to take time off next summer to take a I. And my inner self is
Mhm.
going, you don't know what that next step looks like. You could be set
That's
free
right.
tomorrow and not, and the business could take off in 24 hours.
You
And
never
now you
knew.
could, but now you done spoke something in your life that you really
Mhm.
didn't want. I love this job. I love these people. Be quiet
That's
and
right.
let God do God. Be
Ooh,
quiet and let God do God. Like, be
that's
quiet and
right.
let the steps step how they going to step. Be
Mhm.
quiet, be humble, and just learn. When people are, we get into situations and people want to have that ego. You want to show me you know more than me. That's okay. Maybe I'm not the smartest person in the room right now, but my gifts and talents are going to put me in rooms that you'll never be able to walk a foot in.
That's
So I'm
right.
not going to allow you to ruffle my
That's right.
feathers. You see
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? I'm not going to allow you to ruffle
Yeah.
my feathers, because I know where I'm going. I don't know how I'm going to
Mhm.
get there, but I know that he never left or forsaken.
Ooh.
Come
Show
on.
haven't and ain't. And when you say that, as far as with the I guess 9 to 5 thing,
Yep,
so
absolutely.
I do have a 9 to 5,
Hmm.
and that has been weighing on me lately. As far as this is not my space, my season is about done here, and just me being impatient. And yeah, I'm kind of talking a little bit, and you know more has to come from this, and things like that. And that is a confirmation for me listening to you. Me and you haven't even talked about that, so it's more so be quiet,
Quiet.
be quiet, because where you going, I got you going somewhere. Don't worry about this. This is
That's right.
just where you have to be for now, and it's okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah, Lord, it's gonna have to be. I know, because
Right. And
help
don't
me.
talk yourself into something that makes me keep you here longer because
That's
you didn't
right.
get it yet. So I'm
That's
gonna have
right.
to keep you here a little bit longer because you
Because
just
you.
didn't get it yet, Shay.
That's right.
Shay, you're running this, so I see that you're not trusting me. So I'm gonna keep you in the season a little longer. And I'm like, oh no, like, all
That's
right,
right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's
be
right.
quiet.
That is so right. So yeah,
Tell me
it's
I'm
just
listening. Yes, be
just
quiet.
be quiet. That's
Sometimes
it.
we're in seasons, and sometimes those seasons, like you said, don't feel comfortable. They don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like I get it. I don't feel like I need to do this, but I do
Mm-hmm.
know whatever I'm there for, whatever I'm in that space for,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even put myself there. So it's like whatever you're there for, be quiet, be
Yeah,
humble, and let me lead everything else because I got you. So
that's
I
right.
love that, right? Because he will never leave us or forsake us. And you talk about a journal, and that I mean, I could look around, got about 15 journals all around. But what I also have is a jar that I just made, and it's called my faith lead breakthrough jar. So these are my doubts.
Okay.
When I think that something's not going to work out, right? I put it in
Yeah.
here, and then I
Okay.
don't talk about it. I just put it in here, and then like every so often I'll go in here and I'll grab one from the bottom. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I was tripping about that. Like I know
Ah,
what, like like that been over with, and
now
I
I'm
ain't even
writing that
tripping.
down. I'm gonna do that. I'm writing
Yeah.
that down.
So this is just
Yeah.
my faith breakthroughs, right? Because
Faith
every doubt
breakthroughs.
becomes a fear. And so I don't want fear. In fact, I just had a
Um,
birthday. As you know, you were here to celebrate with me. So thank you, thank you.
of course.
And in that birthday moment, it's like I I've had faith over fear maybe for about 4 or 5 years now. But I
Mm.
knew that in this season it's time to drop the fear and it's just going to be
Yeah.
faith, right? Faith over
Yes.
50s, faith over just living in my past beyond the faith, living in my beyond
Yeah.
faith. I'm sorry, living in my beyond the fear, right?
Right.
Allowing that faith piece to be all in the name, right? Because I don't
Right.
want to give any energy to the fear that
At
is
all.
comes with life anyway. So
Hmm.
2026 is the year we're dropping the fear. So by
That's
365
right.
days from now, we'll drop the fear. But right now we're still working through. Now I do have a next question for you.
Mhm.
This one is you help people move with intention, whether it's
Yes.
homes, spaces, experiences, right?
Yes.
What would you say to someone who feels like their dreams are delayed? We kind of just talked about that a little bit, but
Mhm.
go a little deeper, deep down, they know that they're called or they know that they are supposed to be doing something else. What would you
Mhm.
say to someone who feels like their dreams are just stuck? Like, what do you say to a person like that?
So I was one of those people.
Mm,
So it was early on, but what I would say is surround yourself
mm,
with some people that are going to speak life into you. I would start there because me, that's where I started.
right.
I I surrounded myself with people that spoke life into me, and how what that looked like. That looked like I was in a church home.
Mm-hmm,
Um, I was around positive people.
mm-hmm,
Um, and these people saw things in me that I didn't see in myself.
mm-hmm,
And
mm,
so when you're able to really just start there and surround yourself with people, they're going to be able to help to lead you to where you truly are trying to go, along with prayer and word.
mm,
Um, but for me, it started with just really having people believe in me,
right,
to know to believe in myself.
right, right,
Um, I would say to start there. And then I would say that if you do not have a church home, to try to find one.
right.
Um, and how my pastor, late pastor, God rest his soul, but he always stated that even if you didn't have a church home, don't think about it as religion. Just stay
Right.
plugged in with your source.
That's right.
So even if church is not for you, that's fine.
Mm-hmm,
Just stay plugged in with your source.
That's right.
Because when you're listening and when he's giving you things and you're being obedient, he's
Hmm.
going to guide you to where you're supposed to be with your dreams. Any dream that you do have, that's something God already has placed in your heart.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that he's already placed that there, he going to make sure that you see it. It's
Right.
just he's going to give you all the tools that you need. It's just you're going to have to pay attention to it. And for me, it started with people being in my space that were either uh, just into major positive things, that were
Hmm.
older than me, that were already doing things, and that just already saw things in me that I didn't see in myself.
Hmm.
And I really think it starts with that. I love people. So I'm like, I try to surround myself with a lot of positive people that I know can speak life into me.
Hmm.
And because I do have those doubts sometimes, I'm human, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So um it I would say to start there. I'm one of those people now that I'm able to speak life into other people.
That's
I'm
right.
able to speak life. I'm able to be there. I'm able to be that source that you need to come to if you having a doubt. So now um I feel like that helps me, because even if I'm giving advice or something like that, sometimes I say something that I didn't. Oh, girl, yes, that's for you too.
Yeah.
So like I'm talking to myself. So and I do talk to myself a lot. Like my kids and my husband know I talk to myself a lot. It's
Hmm.
girl,
That's
girl,
right.
like
That's right.
that's what I'm doing. But um I really say that's the number one thing, is to really just, you plug into your source and surround yourself around people that are going to speak that life into you. And even if you've never even prayed before, just say, can you teach me how to pray?
Amen.
Lord, things like that, or just speak out what you want in Jesus' name, in
Amen.
Yahweh name,
That's right.
whomever your source may be.
That's right.
But plug in, plug in, and just listen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That goes back to be quiet. You have to be being
Be
quiet to
quiet.
listen.
And girl, I know I be wanting to.
You have to be quiet to listen. The thing is, though, I always tell like, if you go back, there's a faith over fear that talks about talking to ourselves, and we've always been told like if you talk to yourself, that
You
means you're crazy,
crazy.
especially if you answer back. But I'm always talking to myself, and
And I do
so
answer back.
right, I've been like really having like to the
Yeah.
point, and too, like my husband, sometimes I'll be like, "Well, I probably think something wrong," because I'll be like, man, I was in the
Ye-
bathtub a couple weeks ago, and I got out the tub like, oh wait, I gotta talk to you about something. He's like, what? Like he's watching a movie. I'm like, come in, like towel on, like, oh no, this is important. It's like what happened? I'm like, I'm in the tub and I just got this
Yeah. And I
this
had to got to get
right
it
this
out.
premonition. Like he's like, okay, we put this show on mute. Like, go ahead. And I'm like, it's like three people that
Right.
dwelling in this tent. It's my
Yes.
spirit man,
Yes.
it's my carnal mind, and it is my
Yes.
soul. And
Yes.
all three are there and they're all speaking, because if you ever speak something, like if I'm thinking, I'm like, you need to drink more water. I'm having this
Hmm.
conversation in my head. I need to drink more water. It's not even saying
Hmm.
you need to drink more water. It's like, who's saying
Right.
this? So I'm like, okay. So, but my carnal mind, like, get some juice,
That's
or
right.
like, forget that. Get some coffee. Like, it's just like,
Right.
why can't you just listen to that mind that's telling you something to do? Or you need to get up and get on this treadmill. I'm like,
Mm,
okay, I don't got enough time. I
uh,
gotta go to the office.
okay, I'm
So
doing
it's like,
this. Right.
why don't you listen? So now my prayer has really been over the last, since this year has kicked in, kind of like, okay, all three, I'm gonna need y'all to
Come together.
um to
That's right.
connect, and I'm gonna need the Holy Spirit to take over,
Yes.
because y'all acting up. Like we need to be on the treadmill. Like, so this is the conversation I'm having, and Ralph's just like,
Right.
okay. Like I'm like, does it
But
make
no,
sense? He's
it's
like,
real. But it's real. Like it's real life. Like
yeah,
this is real. And it's if you are in tune with yourself
right.
and in tune with spirit, these are the fights that you're gonna
That's
have.
right.
And you're gonna find yourself having a conversation with self.
That's
And
right.
it's okay. It
Yeah.
is it is truly okay.
Which
And
voice you gonna listen to?
but which voice are you gonna listen to though? And it's okay. We all are human. Sometimes we gonna listen to that voice that's gonna tell us to go get the juice instead of drink the
That's
water.
right. That's
That
right.
happens.
That's
That's
right.
okay. But when you know better, you gonna do
Do
better,
better.
and you
That's
gonna
right.
try to continue doing that.
That's
And
right.
yes, you still gonna have some hiccups because guess what? We're human.
That's right.
That's okay. That is
That's
all
right.
right.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that distractions, right?
Right.
We think about some crimes. Like there's some crimes you go to jail for, right? That disturbing the peace is a crime, right?
Yeah.
Somebody get locked up right now somewhere in the world for
For
disturbing the
disturbing the
peace.
peace.
So when it's like when those thoughts come and they're kind of like disturbing the peace thoughts that I have, I'm like, where's that coming from? Let me get back
Yeah.
into my joy. And
Yeah.
I also was like, I remember this thing was like, a lot of people always, oh, the enemy, oh, the devil, it's always, no,
Mm,
sometimes it's us. Sometimes life is really a sequence of choices and decisions.
that's right.
Life is a sequence of choices and decisions.
That's
And
right.
a lot of that starts within, right? If I'm gonna
That's
make the
right.
choice and decisions to listen to the mind that's telling me the right mind, then I'm gonna be further along. I want to be a millionaire, then save
Yeah,
$25 every week. You want to do this? I could do anything. I could
you
do
can.
anything. You want to lose the
You
weight?
definitely
Okay, well
can.
then eat the apple instead of the cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find a husband to find you. Well, put yourself in places where you can be found.
That's
You
right.
want to, whatever. You want to be smarter, pick up some
Read a
books
read a book.
and
Yep.
stop scrolling for free.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? Like there's
Mhm.
always things that we could do, but it comes down to it's not always the enemy. Sometimes it's the inner me,
Yeah.
the inner me that starts to talk. No, that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing that's distracting us sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And when we start to realize, and I'm getting that now too, our whole where we are today is based on choices and decisions.
That's
You
right.
want to do good, you want to be good, you want to be better, you want to get to be an elevated version of who you are today, then it's going
Mm-hmm.
to really take making choices and decisions and listening to that inner self, but
That's right.
knowing which voice you're really going to
Mhm.
hone
That's
in on. And I hope that's not too deep for someone who's listening because it's real. Like
right. It
you
is
have to,
real.
you know what I mean? It's so real. Like we
It is.
all have it. I asked somebody like, do you have these like, do you hear like,
Mm-hmm.
who's saying that? Like, who is that? And then you hear the good, then you hear the, no, don't go
Mm-hmm.
to sleep yet. You got to get up early in the morning. It's just like, like
Yeah.
I'm really scrolling, and I know I got to get up in four
And I
hours.
know I need to go to sleep. That's right.
I got
And
to get ready.
I have a confession about that with that, with your inner self and things. So I don't mind telling my age. I'm 41.
Hmm.
So I'll be 42 this year. So I had heard, hearing myself faintly, what maybe 37, because any other, the years before that, I'm just like, and you hear it, but it's like,
Right, right.
I ain't trying to hear it. But then, 37 is like, okay, I hear it a little bit, but I kept going. So then I had a life changing thing that happened to me
Mm,
right before I turned 40. So
mm,
it was like right when I got out the hospital that morning. I was in the hospital for 7 days, literally
hmm.
almost lost my life. So when I got out, and I just said, and everything changed.
Wow.
Everything changed. Everything, the way I hear, the way I see, the way I smell,
Mm,
everything changed. And from there, I just started truly hearing inner self. Inner self was like, now I'm here.
mm.
Now I'm here. And now this is what we're about to do because you've been brushing me off the whole time.
Wow.
I've been in the back hollering at you the whole time.
Right, right.
Now I'm right here front and center, and now this is what we get ready to talk about.
Mm.
Now this is what we about to do.
Now
You
I
know,
got your attention.
now I have your attention.
Woo.
Now I have your attention. So
Woo.
now that I have your attention, this is how we about to move around.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, it's so really just me really, really being in tune and hearing self that I need to truly hear.
Right.
It's been almost 2 years, and it has been the best almost 2 years of my life.
Wow. Just
So
because you
yeah,
listened, just because
and whatever it was
yeah,
that day, when I can literally, I had not left that hospital yet. They rolled me out in that wheelchair,
right.
and I just smelled fresh air.
Wow. Ooh, that's
Just
the Holy Spirit.
just
That's
to
your
get
spirit. Your spirit to go. Yeah.
just to smell. I just took it all in because it wasn't like that the 7 days ago. I was on my deathbed.
Right.
So coming out, I'm like, this is fresh air, this is life, this is the sun, this is the sky.
That's right.
I took everything in, and from there it's, yeah, here goes self. Here I go.
That's right.
I'm
That's
right here, and we're gonna talk, and I got a lot to tell you because you ain't been listening to me these past
right.
few years. So that's
Yeah.
it's some crazy
That's
stuff, but
deep. That's deep.
it
That's
is.
supernatural deep. Like I get it. I so get
Yeah.
it. It's just like now I have your attention, and that's what I'm saying. Like I have your
Yeah.
attention. I'm gonna need you to drink more. I had your attention. I'm gonna need you to step on that treadmill. I have your attention. I'm gonna need you
Yep.
to, and it's just like
Yep.
okay, like let me put myself aside, and
Mm-hmm.
and live how I want to live. Okay, so. This is the next question. This one is kind of like permission to evolve, right? So many people feel boxed in by one identity or one chapter or one part of life. Like that's just who I am. That's just how they are. That's just who they are. No.
Mm-hmm.
How did you give yourself permission to evolve, right? You just kind of talked about that a little bit. I guess
Yeah.
like I took a back seat. Like I took a back seat to that what freedom
Yeah.
have come uh, when you stopped limiting yourself to any past um, ways that things used to be. Like that's just the way things are. Like, how did you get past that? How did you give yourself
Um,
permission to move past that? And you know what I'm saying? And stop limiting
yeah.
yourself to how it used to be or what it was used to be like.
Right. And you know what? I think that comes with, I have been like that my whole life.
Mm,
Like I've always been one that, and I guess I really noticed it as being like young in my teens. Um, that I do not, I like change. I don't like being
mm,
stagnant.
okay.
So I have to have something different. It has to be different. And when I say that, I don't mean like just constantly changing things and not being grounded.
Right.
But and that's for anyone that, just like what,
Right. Right.
but as far as to
That's
see
almost like a
something,
superpower, though. Like someone
to
to say, I like
see,
change. That's almost like a
and I
superpower.
do though,
Mm-hmm.
because being stagnant, I feel like, okay, if I'm just still sitting here and I'm not wanting anything to change, then everything is it's going to be the same. So I'll never know about, oh, is there water on the other side of this building, because I'm so busy sitting here because I don't want to change.
Ooh.
I've always wanted to see different things and see something different, because I'm like, it's so, when you think about the world,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
so much. I decided to stay where I'm from, I
Mm-hmm.
would never know that Huntsville, Alabama is here,
That's
or
right.
that Memphis is 4 hours away, or, or things like
Right.
that. So for me, it's just always been, I've always been like that. And
Right.
I don't know, like, I don't know when it came. I just remember being 16, 17 years old, and I just know I need change. I like for things to change up, and that comes back to me being with my 9 to 5. I've
Yeah.
been there for a while, and so it's just more like, okay, yeah, I need a change.
Right.
This is what I need. And it's a lot of people that like that, and they feel like that. But what you have to do is you have to understand that there is something always on the other side. It's always something that's on the other side. And whatever's in your heart and you feel like you have to move, that's
Mm-hmm.
because God is trying to tell you to move. He ain't gonna take you nowhere where it's gonna be worse. He gonna
No,
always take you where it's better. He
that's
gonna
right.
always take you where it's better. So especially if you feel that in your heart, like, okay, I know that I can't, or I don't even like that word, but when people do say that to themselves, like, oh, they can't do this or they can't do that because of these things, or they just thinking inside the box,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
got to get outside that
That's
box.
right. That's right.
It's so much going on outside that box. Just open the door.
To open the door.
Just open the door. Just open the door just a little bit. Just crack it.
Peek out.
Just peek out, because you
Right.
may be in this dark box and it may be nothing but light
Yeah,
out there. Just
for sure.
open that box. Just open that door, and you'll see. And that's the thing, like, you just got to keep your, I think my brain constantly moves. It constantly, like,
Me
I
too. We
constantly
have
try
that
to
in
think
common.
about, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, what can I do next? What is it next that I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do new?
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that has that has come with not want to be stagnant. I have tried different things. I've moved around. I've tried to
Yeah.
see whatever I can do.
Right.
If I can be a thousand things at once, I will
Right.
be. Because guess
Right.
what? So is Jesus.
That's
Why
right.
can't I be?
And he
Why can't
said you
I?
can be. You can
And
be
you can.
anything.
That's right. You
You
can
can
be
do all
anything.
things.
That's right. And so I go back to that, like, you just gotta push yourself to be like, okay, it's something outside of that door.
Right.
Why look at all this desert? You gotta know it's some water somewhere.
That's right. Oh, that's
It's
good.
some water somewhere. It's
That's
gonna be
right.
some water somewhere.
That's right. You don't have to
You
be in
know,
a drought because
you don't have to
there's
be.
some moisture,
No,
some there right. There's some hydration. There's
that's
something that
right.
can fuel you. It's
That's
funny,
right.
when you talk about like being stuck, like that permission to evolve. Like I hear some people, like some of my younger cousins and stuff, they live
Mhm.
still in the town where we're from, and it's just like, oh, the
Mhm.
rent is really high now. I'm like, move,
Move,
move.
move,
Like, and people are like, oh, my rent is really high. I'm like, buy.
move. Buy,
Buy an investment.
buy an
Invest in
investment.
yourself because whatever you buy that trailer for today, or that small one
Yep.
bedroom apartment that you
Hmm.
have to sleep in a living room on a pull out sofa and the kids get to bed, whatever it is,
That's right.
that's just a season. But at
It's only a
least in
season
5 years, you got an investment that you can sell, make more money, and now you can have a place
and keep it
bigger and
going.
better. It's like
That's
your
right.
first car. You got the first car, broke down every 15 minutes, tire was flat, and the glass was broke. It didn't have, you know what I
We
mean?
all been there.
It smelled gas when you was driving, it smelled the muffler was like, it's like all these things. That was your first car, but your second car was a little cuter. Second car got a little better. Third car was
That's
now,
right.
hey,
Now,
what?
that's right.
Anybody want to ride? Because
Do you
you know
hear me?
what I mean. But it's just like the first apartment, your first house. I lived in a shelter. I had my son when I was 16. We lived in a shelter.
Mm,
I got my keys to my project apartment.
mm,
And by the time I was 18, I've always had my own place. By the time I was
right.
25, I bought my first house.
Mhm.
By the time I was
Right.
30, I lost the house in the foreclosure. I'll talk about that a lot too. But
Right.
because I didn't know, I didn't really have
Right.
guidance. But I always, like you, I
Right.
always thought I could do all things. I'm buying this house. I'm 25 years old.
We're about to
I'm
buy.
at
That's
my
right.
cousin's house. My cousin Mimi, you met her. I'm at her house. She
Hmm.
lived in the Hamptons at the time. I drive out there 5 hours. We're praying, crying, drinking. I'm like, oh my God, like,
Right.
I need money for the down payment. The down payment was $2,700. And I was
Mm,
like, I don't have $2,700. Oh my God. Like
right.
my closing is on Monday. I need this money. Da, da, da. And I got there and they're like, no, we could put that on the back of your thing. We could put that on the back of your loan. You don't have to
Hmm.
have all that right now. Da, 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 da. There's always something. Now,
Right.
jobs start shifting. And it's just like, now I can get a modification. And now I don't have to
Mhm.
really worry about paying this high mortgage because they're going to
Right.
modify. Home ownership comes with all those different types
It
of
sure
things that are
does.
helpful. And so I'm telling people, like, go for it. Go to your state.org or
Hmm.
state.gov, pa.gov, whatever, Georgia.gov, Alabama.gov, and see go to the White House. People are like, politics sucks and everything sucks. It's like, they don't have nothing. They're giving out stuff
They
at the
are.
whitehouse.org.
They giving out stuff.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
are
And we're
definitely
not
giving
getting that
out
stuff
stuff.
because we're so easy to be like, no, because who's in the, I don't care about you,
Right. Because you
man.
giving it out, I'm
But
gonna take
that's
it.
right. I'm gonna go over there and see what y'all giving out
That's
because,
right.
but a lot of us are always taught like, no, no, they got that going on. We don't appreciate who
Right.
the person is. F that. The person is the person. But what your purpose is
That's
might
right.
be linked in that link where you could get a loan for a home or you can get
Hmm.
something to help you get a home. I was talking to this lady at the airport, and she was telling me that she was 70 years old. She was having her 70th birthday.
Mm,
She's from Alabama.
mm,
She called, I took the call. She never flew. She never left her hometown ever.
mm,
She's having a 70th birthday. And she
mm.
was talking to me and I was like, wow, happy birthday and stuff. And she's
Yeah.
like, she said, I want to take a flight. She said, I've never flown. I
Mm,
said, well, where do you want to go? She said,
right.
just to Birmingham, from Huntsville to Birmingham.
But
I
she want to
said,
fly.
she wants to fly. I said, like you could drive. Then she was like, no, I never flew on a plane. Like, I want to take a flight. So I was like
Mm.
encouraging her, like, okay, well, at least go to Georgia. So you could say that you've at least
That's
been to a
right.
different
Yeah.
state, you know what I mean? Or go to
Yeah.
Florida where it's not
Yeah.
going to be a long flight. And then you can always say, like, not only did I fly, but I didn't stay in Alabama. Like she never left her city. She's
Mm,
70. And I was
mm.
like, but here it is. It's never too late because
It's
now
never
sis is
too
about
late.
to Queen Big Mama and them.
That's right.
She is booked her flight
Mm,
to go from I gave her something to think about. I said, don't go to Birmingham. You could drive to Birmingham.
right.
Go to go to Florida, go to Georgia. So at the end of the day, she was like, okay, I'm going to talk to my kids. Da, da, da. We're going to book the flight. I
Mm,
think she's going to go to Georgia. I don't know whatever happened, but I just
right.
thought that that was so, to me was like, wow, like since
Yeah.
my husband met me. We've been married 10 years. We dated for a year. We were engaged for a year. This is our 10th year. We've lived already in 3 states
Mm,
in 10 years, right?
mm,
Home ownership,
right.
different things, just seeing different things, meeting brilliant people, meeting people who
Yeah.
can help, right? Help somebody get into, I don't know, he was going
Yeah.
into real estate. You were there for that for him. It's like meet people who could, like you said, be in the space of people who can help you grow.
Right.
So,
Right.
so, so important.
That's what
And
it's about. That's what it's about. You have to. I'm more so in this season in this season to be around people that are good for my future.
oh yeah, yeah.
And that's not a shot at people that are in
No,
my past. That's
no.
just
It's growth.
yeah, it's growth.
Yeah.
You just have to truly be around people that are good for your future. And when you are, you just never know. You just never know those big dreams that you done already talked to God about, and He done put in your heart. These people are who you're supposed to be around, So
Right. Don't
it
fight it.
just, yeah, don't fight it. And when you go back to because with this faith over fear,
Yeah.
like my fear is this space of putting my face on, well, talking on camera and things like that. Like that's a fear. Why? I don't know. Like a lot of people are like, why are you pretty? Well, being pretty,
Yeah. Yeah.
let
And you're
that
well,
go.
and you just could talk somebody to sleep with
I'm
that
like,
voice.
okay,
Yeah.
but I guess it's just more so of me being in my head. That's that bad one.
That's that
That's that
inner,
that's
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 right.
that inner, yeah, you know what
Like
I mean?
then
So
be quiet and let that
yeah,
other one talk. That told
you
me.
know. So I'm just like, okay, so me moving into my season, I know that okay, I do have good people in my space.
Right.
I do. I have good people in my space, but in order for me to continue with my future, now I have to get over this fear and get on this camera.
That's right. And I
Okay,
love
that's
that.
so moving, just to move forward in my life. But you being one of those people in my future and in my life, these are people that are good for my future. So God's like, hey, this is what she has. This is what you gonna do with her.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I really
So
do
here we
because
are.
yeah,
So
I appreciate
yeah.
that because it makes me, it makes me kind of like stop in my tracks and say, hey, don't stop what you're doing because I like to say I talk to people at the begin at kind of like not the some people at the beginning of the journey, some people as they've
Mhm.
been journeying along, as you're on your path, it takes about 2 years. What I found talking to almost 30 brilliant people, right?
Mhm.
That say it took me about 2 years before that next level kind of presented
Mhm.
itself to me. But now that we are talking, we're almost going to wrap up. But I do have a very important question for you on faith over fear. We talk to our future self, right?
Mhm.
And when you're saying, like, I meet people who are going to, okay, so if I could say, future self, future Shae, I'm going to introduce you to this person. What's that future self going to say? You're already wasting your time, or, you need to be around people who can really push you or hold you accountable, or,
Mhm.
see your worth or share your vision. Like, the fact that you call, you share my vision. And now I know.
Mhm.
I've always known, but it's just like
Yeah,
I've said this to you almost since we met, like it's bigger than we can
it
even
is.
know. Right?
It
It's bigger
is.
than we can even know.
And
And
every time you say it, I
yeah,
feel it. I
it's
every
way
time you say
bigger.
it, every time you say it.
So it's just like, what does that look like for, the 5 years from us now? 2 months from us now, what
Ooh,
does that
maybe
look like?
tomorrow.
Because it goes like this: suddenly.
Might be tomorrow.
Suddenly we're traveling and we are on
Yeah,
flight. You know what I mean?
right,
Suddenly we're, coupled with our husbands, and
right.
we're doing something special. We're feeding people in
Yeah.
your hometown, in my hometown, whatever. Suddenly, you know what I mean?
Oof.
So, so good. This
Mm.
is the faith over fear signature question. This actually is a future self moment where we talk to our future self. This is faith over fear. I am Shae, and I want to take a moment. This is so special to me because this is one of the questions that from the first time just came, and I just liked it. It's like, allow me a moment to reintroduce yourself, even to you, right?
Mm.
Not who you are right now, but who you are becoming, right? I want you
Right.
to take your time with this one, right? Speak to me for a moment as if you're already standing in your future. You're already there. You showed up, right? Who
Hmm.
is that, Nikki? Where are you heading? And what would your future self say to encourage someone that's listening today who's afraid to keep going? In that spin on it, I want you
Hmm.
to reintroduce yourself when I ask you, Nikki, who are you becoming? Allow me to reintroduce yourself.
My name is Nikita. Nikki.
That's right.
And what I do, I go from state to state and I teach home ownership. What we do, we help guide you with any kind of funding that you may need. We help with any down payment assistance. We give you all of the information that you may need to own a home. If there are spaces that you are in that you are needing a home now, or whatever it may be that you may not have a home, and that's not even with home ownership. We are working with each state to be able to help you get into an apartment or any type of shelter because no one should not have a roof over their head.
Right. Mm.
Um, Not only are we doing that, if there is funding, we are also going to each state and we're helping you to build a home if that's what you're choosing to do. Someone like Habitat for Humanity, except for
Mm.
it's not going through all those steps. But if you're showing us that this is something that you want to do, we're going to show up for you, and you are going to help put sweat equity into your own home as well.
Yes.
Also, we've launched a whole travel organization to where you have a dream of traveling somewhere, you don't have the money. We can get that money for you to be able to go where you choose to go for 4 to 5 days. We also have a design team that can come in and that can help you put everything together that you've been wanting to put together. You won't have to put in too much, but sweat equity. You send us an application, things like that. We're going to be able to help you. So from there, we move from, if I'm asked to come and speak, then that's what I'll do. I try to mentor maybe 2 people a month to try to get you into a space to make you feel like you are, to make you feel what you are already worth, to
Mm.
build your confidence up, to bring you around people that are going to speak life into you. We go over a whole curriculum to from from talking to people to the type of work you can get into, things like that. So yeah, that's where we are.
I love that. I mean, you took that serious, and I got to applaud you because I see it. I see it, and I know that is real. When you meet yourself in the future and you're
Mhm.
doing all those things, you're going to look back and say, I spoke those words, and now
Yeah,
they are the words of choice. And, people can go to Habitat or they can go to No Sweat Equity.
that's right. I mean,
No
period. Because
Sweat
it's
Equity.
it's
Let's
more
do
to
it.
life than just
Yeah.
the title. I'm not in it just for like that. I'm in it to really be able to help. I want to be able to truly help because a lot of things that we desire to have is a lot of things I've already attained that a
Right.
lot of people are feeling like they are stuck to not be able to get. And so if they are willing to also do the work on themselves,
That's right.
I'm that person that can, and along with my organization,
Right.
but I'm that person that's going to help uplift you.
That's right.
So to get you there, because a lot of people don't have that village or whatever that it may be to be able
Mhm.
to get there. So I know I didn't really have that village to really be able to get there to where, I had to rely on self a lot, but that's where that plug in with God. That's why I'm like, yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
dude, you know what I mean?
All
Because
right, right, right.
because of just going through so much, but just really want to be there for people. Like that is my main goal, to just be there for people and help them however possible. And especially even with traveling, people want to get out, people want to
Yeah.
go. And this may be to where, and I don't mean to take up a lot of time, but this may
No,
be
please, you're good. This is our time.
to where, okay, you want to travel but you don't have the money to travel. Okay, well don't worry about it. We have a program that we're gonna be able to get you there. But not only are we gonna be able to get you there, now you are outside of your box.
Right, right.
Now we've got you outside of your box. So now that you're outside of your box, now you can see what other things it is that you can possibly do.
That's right. That's
So
right.
it
Because if you
so,
did that one thing, now it makes that
exactly.
next thing a little more easy and that next
That's
thing a little
right.
more easy.
That's
Yeah.
right. And you may see something on your travels that may just spark to, okay, now this is what I want to do in my life, or this is what I know I can do. So to be able to get you out of that, and if it's the money that's what it is, then then we'll make sure that, hey, let's get you on this trip to be able to experience these things,
Right.
because a lot of times people don't do things because they haven't experienced things,
That's
or they
right.
haven't seen other people experience it. So they don't know.
That's
So
right.
it's like, okay, if I can get you these experiences, or I can experiences, then this can get you on your path to the vision that you do have.
That's right. And the thing about that is, we talk, that's that be quiet. Talk ourselves out of stuff, right? Because I until I was, I think, in my late 20s, could have been early 30s.
Mm,
I was like, I ain't never flying. I'm scared to fly. I'm scared of now. I done talked myself out of seeing the world because I'm scared to get on an airplane. But I
mm,
was scared to get on the
mm,
airplane because I didn't see a lot of people getting on airplanes, right? And
right.
then I was allowing other people's fear of flying on the airplane tap into me.
Mm-hmm,
So the first
mm-hmm,
time, and this is how our creator works. This is how our creator is so good because in my job at the time, I worked at a
mm-hmm,
company called OmniPoint. They were like, we have to fly all the supervisors out to
mm.
Albuquerque. And I was like, you can't say you ain't going. What you gonna say? Like, I can't
Right.
go because I'm
Yeah, I
afraid
ain't
to
going.
fly. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And they were
Give me a
like,
bus ticket.
you gotta fly. Like, we already, here's your plan, here's your itinerary, here you go. I'm like, who? What's an itinerary? Where, what? Hold up. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, hold up. And they're like, no, like, this is it. So I get on the plane for the first time and I'm like, I am through booking. I'm just so like,
Yeah.
this big guy sitting next to me, and by the time I woke up, I done drooled. I'm in his arm, wrapped in his arm. Like, what the? I woke up over my eyes, like I couldn't even sit up because I just was like, I could not. I done. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I finally said, I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, don't worry about it. He said, you knocked
Right.
out as soon as the plane, you knocked out as soon as we
Just
took
go ahead
off.
with the sleep.
My shirt is wet, but that's all right. And then the next time, like we had to fly back, and then it happened again where I went to
Mm,
Florida. This time, and the first time it was with all the other supervisors. It was about
yeah.
maybe 15 of us or something, 12 of
Mm,
us. And this would really freak me out. They were like, we can't put y'all. I was like, I have to fly with my friend. And they're like, no,
yeah.
she's on another flight. I'm like,
Mm,
what? They're like, nobody's flying together because we can't
mm.
afford to have
Everybody. Yeah.
all of our leadership team on. So I'm like, wait, what? Now I'm really
Yeah.
freaked out. Like, okay, now y'all are anticipating something's gonna happen. So then the next time it
Mm,
happened, I went by myself. It was a little easier. Then I
yeah.
noticed I like flying,
That's right.
being in the clouds. I didn't know. I would have never known because I talked myself out of seeing
Yeah.
this world that we live in. And I'm like, okay. So then after that, I had never flew again. And I took trips, and when you were talking about, getting people out, it doesn't
Hmm.
always have to be a grand trip. It's gonna be a
That's
trip
right.
that you can drive to. You could drive to the
Hmm.
most beautiful parts of Florida, Destin and
Oh,
Panama City. You can
Panama
drive to
City.
some really amazing places
Yes.
that are within a car drive.
Hmm.
Orlando,
Orlando. Yeah.
from here, I'm just saying, or if you live in Pennsylvania, you can drive to Canada. You could drive to
Hmm.
Buffalo, New York. You could drive
Nothing
into
but
the mountains,
drive.
Montana, or all these
Yeah.
places that, Denver. You could go to
Hmm.
the Alps.
That's
What's
right.
that in Colorado where people go skiing.
Yeah.
I can't think of it right now, but these are some
Mm,
really amazing
mm.
places that don't take this grand, you have to get on a flight and do this $1 million
Yeah.
trip, you know.
Right.
So when we talk about that, that's one thing that I could always offer up too, to say I could put
Mm.
together an itinerary for
That's
someone
right.
for less
Yeah.
than $300. Like
That's right.
to my daughter, she graduated in 2009, 2009
Mm.
or 10. And I just was when she's the baby of my children in the,
Hmm.
in our bond, in our
Right.
blend. So when she graduated, I remember standing up and like clapping, and I was like tears, like
Yeah.
it's I'm going somewhere. So after her graduation was in June,
Hmm.
I got back to the office at work. I booked a I was just looking on Expedia, whatever it was,
Hmm.
and I booked a flight, my hotel room, 4th of
Hmm.
July weekend to Vegas. My first flight, but nobody could go. They couldn't get off. They couldn't get a babysitter. They didn't have the money. I'm out.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
went to Vegas by myself. I went to see the Lion King. I went and did all the stuff, everything there was
Yeah.
to do. I
To
did.
do. That's
I
right.
got up
You
every
have
morning. I went
to.
to the pool. It's just like, this is a
Mhm.
passion. And I became the
Yeah.
person, and it was a reputation like you always out. You don't get no grass under your feet. Because now I'm traveling all the time. I'm just taking trips,
Yeah.
flight, whatever flight. I'm looking up a flight is $99. I'm out. Oh wait, where's it going? Oh, boom. I can get a hotel. I could do a timeshare tour for free. I could stay for,
Okay.
and they're
And
gonna
get
give me $200. I done took every timeshare trip and travel.
that's
That's how I
right.
began to travel. And
Yeah.
that's how I began to see things. That's how I began to know they're
Hmm.
paying me to travel now. So
That's right.
it's never, it's that's so good that that's in your brain, that's moving in your brain to say, let's get people traveling. Also, let's educate people to know there's companies that pay you to come to their resort for a
Hmm.
weekend for free. I've done it.
I,
I've been places
me
and
too.
left beautiful, right? I've been places beautiful. Tahiti Village in Vegas. Me and Ralph was like,
Yeah.
Ralph used to be like, "Where we going next?" I had like, "Don't
Hmm.
hold that thought." And I
That's
come back
right.
like, we're leaving on Thursday." He'd be like, "You don't play." He didn't know that, and that's one of the things where he said like, "I really enjoy that piece about you."
Hmm.
And I said, that's something I talked myself out of. So
Yeah.
when you don't know, you just don't know. But I think again,
Right.
it's brilliant to be able to start getting people and talking up. That's a good space. That's a good community to build. Like you're afraid to travel, you think it's too expensive, you think you
Right.
can't afford it. You can't not afford it, right? You
You
can't.
can't not. Yeah, you can't not.
Mhm.
But not only is that gonna be a good experience for you, that is going to truly help you to be able to move whatever that blockage is that you got going on, that you feel like you can't move forward in your life. Now you were able to travel. You were able to just finally get out of your city or finally
For
just
four hundred
to move.
dollars,
So
for $400,
yeah,
a
I just all
flight,
wanted to
round
be,
trip, everything.
yeah.
Hmm.
I just all wanted to be a learning experience,
Yeah,
for people like, okay, yeah, you're about to go have fun, which everybody deserves that. Everybody needs a vacation to get away
that's
from
right.
the things of life, so that you can come back and you can be recharged and you can hit it again, but for if you are not if you are stuck completely and you're able to have this opportunity, it's going to be
Hmm.
a learning opportunity for you.
Yeah,
It really is. Like it would truly be a learning opportunity. And not only that, you're going to want to do a whole bunch of things, and I tell my kids, because when we moved from our hometown, I had let them know. I was like, we moved from our hometown. That's the hardest thing you could ever do
yeah.
is uproot from your hometown.
Safety net.
And yeah,
Hmm.
I was like, and that was like
Hmm.
daycare. I had everything because when we moved here, my baby boy was 3 and my daughter was 7.
Hmm.
So okay, that's daycare automatically.
Right.
So I didn't have no daycare here. I didn't have anything. So, and I let my kids know, like, hey, like if you can move from the hometown, you can move anywhere.
Anywhere.
Asked me now. I had one of the military, went to El Paso, another one that moved back up to
Yeah.
Chicago area. So I wanted to instill that in them, like, hey, like you can move around. There's so much world out here to see. I need y'all to be able to see this. So
That's
now,
right.
I got 2 kids, the youngest ones especially. They every birthday they
Yeah.
gotta go
Let's go.
somewhere,
That's right.
and but
But
I'm
now
all for
that's going to
that.
be instilled in them.
Right. So but I'm all for that, but that just comes from it wasn't, and that's not to knock my childhood or anything like that, but
No,
that wasn't anything that was instilled in me to
right.
get up and move around. But something in me, 16, 17, I had my son at 16,
Yeah,
17,
me too.
but like something in me was still just more like, we got to keep going. Like I don't want to sit. I can't sit still. Like I can't. I got to move around. I got to do this, and that just goes back to whether it's traveling or to whether it's just moving forward in your life. You just gotta just keep moving, and
Yeah,
and even if it is traveling, yeah, then you want to move outside. You want to move and see things outside that box, so that whatever it is that's in your life, you gonna want to move forward with that.
yeah.
So I
I
just I
love
just
that.
wanted to put them all together.
We teach our kids, right? Don't nobody know us better than our kids, right? And they can
Oh,
say like
honey.
when all the chips was down,
Oh,
right? And when she was dealing with this trauma and all the stuff in
yeah,
life, when all the chips were down, this is what she taught us.
that's right.
She taught us that so the thing with me with the timeshare, I ended up buying in, right? Going all
Mm,
these places. And then every year for 4 years, I took my family, my siblings, my
mm,
and all of our adult sons and daughters were invited. Well, at the time they were still like
yeah,
early 20s, like teenagers,
yeah.
late teenagers. But I extended this to my father, his wife, all of
Mm-hmm.
my siblings, and all of our children. That's it. It couldn't be boyfriend, girlfriends, because we don't
Right.
know you're gonna be with them. You
Yeah,
might get
yeah.
up
We
here
don't know.
sometime and we
Yeah,
have a triggering conversation to my tears may well.
that's right.
They don't deserve to be here. We
That's
don't we
right.
don't know them like that.
That's right.
So it was just like this was one of the things we did, and we these weren't grand trips. These were a trip to Myrtle Beach where we got a cottage,
Yeah.
beautiful. Like this was a trip to Atlantic City.
Right.
This was a trip to Washington D.C. This was a
Right.
trip to the Poconos. It was like these are the places we went,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the places we stayed for a week or a weekend. My
Mm-hmm.
father at every single one of those places, my father ended up passing away. Though that's not what my
Mm-hmm.
father gave to me growing up. He didn't take us on, and it was
Right.
always on that long weekend in October. So it was just
Mm-hmm.
like we always had that weekend. Just
Yeah.
come. We ate together. We laughed. We went
Right.
bowling. We went and they went and did the race car. Went to the casinos. We did everything
Right.
there was to do. And then for when my father passed away,
Mm.
these are the memories. Now my kids, I'll jump on a flight. They'll drive somewhere. My son, he had his
Mm-hmm.
car. He's take his family back and forth to Pennsylvania, to Florida. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter's at the time when right and she entered college after high school
Mm-hmm.
graduation. She's like, Mom, can you help me get on spring break? They were in Miami for spring break, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a gift that I was able to give, and
Right.
now they love to travel. Now my
Mm-hmm.
grandchildren travel, all across our
Yeah.
blend. All of
Oh
our
yeah,
children
they
love to
love it. I
travel.
know
They
they do.
do.
They love it.
So I
I
love
know
it.
they do.
But they wouldn't know it if we didn't show them,
That's
if we
right.
didn't show them. So
That's
that in
right.
itself is really a gift. I mean, this has been so I hope somebody's listening and they're encouraged by this because I'm encouraged. It's like these are the things that we give out to ourselves and that we give to other people who are just unaware or not knowing. Like you can
Yeah,
do all things. You could do all the
you
things.
definitely can. And I will go back to that too, because you'll have some people that's gonna say, because I did have someone that said something to me that tried to discourage me, and I had to just really reel it back. So with me being a realtor and being a travel agent and doing design and things like that, the thing that was said to me was, they always say that you a jack of all trades, but you a master of none.
Oh, whoa.
Mhm.
Cut scissors. Cut that
Yeah.
person off.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay, because everything that God put into my heart for me to do, he's going to make me a master of all of it.
That's
So
right.
I don't care about any of that. And I'm already a master of it, so it
That's
doesn't
right.
matter. But for someone to say that and they're supposed to be a support person, no, you're
Yeah.
not a support. I definitely have to cut you off.
Yeah.
But for those people that are listening, and if they are want to be multiple things, you can be whatever you choose to be. And if there are people telling you that you can't be these multiple things because you won't be able to focus or whatever God puts into your heart to do and to be able to be of whatever service that He is wanting you to be, you can be it. It doesn't matter what nobody's talking about. You cut them off. That's what you do.
That's right. Because
That's
if
what you
somebody
do.
told that person who created this or this
Mm-hmm.
or this or anything that we see in our space, if somebody
That's right.
once told them, you can't do that. That's a stupid idea.
Mm-hmm.
The Zoom, the computer, all these things are true
What?
wealth that allow us to be great. And if somebody
That's
would have,
right.
if they would have fell for that, the okey doke of someone being discouraging, then where
Mm-hmm.
will we be today? Sitting in a space with nothing, like sitting
That's
in a
right.
space with trying to figure it out. And, so that's when you bring your scissors out and you
Oh
cut them
yeah.
off. And
And come
not in a
off.
space where it's just like in a negative way, but if you're not doing anything to build me up, and
Mm-hmm.
if, then really I have no use for that type of I just have no
Mm-hmm.
use for that. I'm thinking bigger than that. And so
That's
if
right.
you're thinking small, then go over and find yourself people who are thinking small. There's no space in my room. There's no
And
space in my room
my
for that.
pastor used to call it stinking thinking.
Hmm.
We not around nobody that's doing stinking thinking.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that. We gonna be around the people that's gonna lift you up and that's gonna be there for you and that's good for your future.
Period.
Yeah, period.
Period. Period. So that is it. I mean, this has been so encouraging. I thank you so much for this
I
opportunity,
thank you for
Nikki.
having
I
me.
am super excited. If you're listening today and you feel unseen, uncertain, or tired, let this for sure be your reminder that path driven dreams really do come true.
And they do.
Really, really do come true. Becoming takes faith, patience, and courage. And if you don't have to push, well, actually, you don't have to push what God has already put inside of you. You said that,
Mhm.
like you don't. Like it's already inside you. It's what you're supposed to be doing. Keep
Yeah,
pushing, keep becoming. And for
that's
more
right.
motivation, you can visit me online at www.awaketowealth. While you're there, sign up for my free newsletter. That is a co-partnership there. Push your
Mhm.
way in, keep becoming. And Nikki, how do people connect with you?
So there are multiple ways you can connect with me. So online is in my name. I'm on Facebook, Nikki Lapsley. It'll say Nikki as well. It's just my name. And then on IG is Sold by NaQuita. And then where else am I at? Then I have a beacons. So that beacons is a little different, but if you are on my Facebook, you'll be able to click on my beacons and you'll see it. If you want to shoot me an email, you can shoot me an email. It's sold by NaQuita, and that's NaQuita at gmail.com. I definitely check my emails all day, every day, so it's not like I won't miss it. And also, let me see where else. Like I have stuff like everywhere. So, but those are the main ones. So those are like the main ones. So if you do need to get in contact with me, you can. So on my Facebook, you can send me a DM. It's not closed off. And on my IG, you can send me a DM.
Wonderful. So thanks for
Yeah.
joining the conversation. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to share, or anything you want to leave your listener with today?
Yeah, you know what? Just everybody just be encouraged. Just be encouraged with even everything that's going on today. Just be encouraged. Just know that everything that we're going through is okay. God is here. He does see and he knows and he's here with us and everything is happening the way that it's supposed to. Just continue doing your part.
That's right.
Yeah.
This has been Faith Over Fear. I
Yes,
am Shae. This is Nikki. Keep becoming, sis. You got a
yes.
bright future ahead of you. I'm so proud of you in advance.
Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too. Peace.
Bye.
This year, don't just have a great year. Let this year experience an excellent you. Welcome to Push, a transformative 21-day experience by Awake to Wealth. It's time to align your vision with your purpose and power in 2025. Each day, you'll receive a powerful video and a deep dive worksheet to guide your growth and planning. Reflect on where you've been and focus on where you are today. This is about more than just self-development. It's about evolving, pushing past your limits, and breaking through to your breakthrough moments. Pray until something happens. That's what Push is all about. It's a daily reminder that growth doesn't come by waiting, it comes by pushing. For 21 days, Awake to Wealth will guide you in activating your potential, weaving in passion and commitment, and empowering your best self. Align your purpose, act with intention, and keep growing through challenges. Your future self is waiting. Hey, you owe it to yourself. So let's push. Make this year become about being the best version of yourself. Push, push, push. Join us for the Push Mini Module Experience, because when you push with Awake to Wealth, everything is possible. Are you ready for a breakthrough? Are you ready to push with us? Visit us today at www.awaketowealth.com. That's www.awake2wealth.com. See you inside. Let's push.